Tony G is looking down on 10-9 offsuit.
Here we go, Phil. Did you raise him?
Pre-flop is Tony G doing exactly what Tony loves to do. Take a hand that plays huge on connected boards and drag Hellmuth into a pot.
Back to the same tricks.
I'm not going to let you two just enjoy
Back to
the
the
party.
same old, same old.
I feel like I'm stuck in the middle of a triangle.
Stuck in the middle.
Hellmuth opens King Jack, a very Hellmuth hand, strong enough to raise, not quite strong enough to want a giant pre-flop war. Tony flats with 10-9 suited, the classic, let's see a flop and torture you later. The flop comes 8, Queen Jack, and it is a total car crash in slow motion. For Tony G, it is perfect. 10-9 gives him the nut straight immediately.
We're gonna draw. Draw your gun.
I got a big draw, Tony. What do you want me to do?
The turn brings the 5 of diamonds, which looks like a total brick. Nothing about this card should scare off a player who was happy on the flop. Tony now leans on the situation. The sizing tells the full story. Into a pot that was already inflated. This is not a little probe, it is a serious ask. With the nuts, Tony wants value from exactly what Hellmuth has. Strong 1-pair hands and pair plus draws that hate folding versus him. Hellmuth thinks it through and calls again.
Where's the big draw now? Oh, where's the big draw? I think I'm gonna check to you or what?
Well, I thought maybe you would, yeah.
Yeah.
Hellmuth is now facing the most brutal question. Do you really think I am the kind of guy who triple barrels this size with nothing on this board after you called twice? Or, if Tony ever gives up his bluffs on earlier streets, which he often does when met with resistance, then this river bet becomes heavily weighted toward value. Hellmuth tanks and convinces himself that against Tony G specifically, people just do not always have it.
All right, I call.
He makes the call.
There you go. Welcome to the game.
Ouch.
Just flops the nuts just off the bat.
Welcome to the game. You've been doing a lot of talking. Now show me your bullets. Show me what you brought to the game. Where's your money? Don't tell me you're gonna play with that crap. You're not gonna embarrass yourself here, are you? Yet again. Phil, produce.
Tony G is holding 5-4 offsuit. Daniel Negreanu has 6-3 suited.
Tony, the only reason I played is they told me you were going to be on the show. They just called me right now at my house, and they're like, we got a game with Tony G. And I got here as fast as I could.
And
so
if you didn't, someone else would have. It was a race, and you just beat someone else.
Pre-flop, this is Tony G doing Tony G things.
And you folded every hand, and you're tilting me up so much.
Hello? I have folded 2 hands.
He opens to 1500 with 10 deuce offsuit. Pure ego fuel, not hand strength.
What is going on here? Bring someone that's gonna play a hand.
It is the kind of stab he loves.
Okay, I'll play.
6-3 suited looks like garbage on paper, but against Tony's opening range, it is exactly the kind of hand you do not mind defending. It is cheap, it is suited, it can flop disguise monsters, and most importantly, it keeps Tony's bluffs in the pot.
I'm the donkey, I gotta sit here and play every hand?
I have a maniac on my left.
What maniac? I'm just playing.
You have to play tight when you have a maniac on your left.
The flop comes ace-6-6, and it is about as close to a dream as you can script for the big blind defend. Negreanu goes from speculative suited trash to trips with 99% chance to win. The only question left is whether Tony G can read him for what he has or not.
Daniel thinks you can just take it from me.
He is up against a line that screams real strength from a player who is not known for punting stacks with nonsense in these spots.
You can. I mean, I can't defend it any
I
longer.
have 3 6s, by the way.
Really?
Of course, yeah. Because if I would have had nothing, you would have just played. But because I have 3 6s, you have to fold.
That is sick. You had 3 6s. Really?
I did, yes.
That's sick.
Tony G is looking down on 7-5 offsuit. This pre-flop is one of those spots where history sets the trap before the cards even hit the felt. Tony G opens the button with 7-5 offsuit, which is basically him saying, I'm raising my seat, not my hand. He knows the table. He knows Negreanu will defend wide from the big blind.
I'm gonna raise you.
And does exactly what a strong thinking player does versus a loose button steal. He pushes back. The re-raise to 4,400 is not just value, it is a message.
I'm gonna raise the pot.
Oh, this is the type of game it is, huh?
You have no idea. It's been
Every hand?
every hand. From the very first hand, too.
It's been vicious.
32 more?
To 4,400.
That's the first time I've re-raised from the big blind.
Tony calls.
You must have a really good hand.
It's true. Re-raised him from the big blind when he raised on the button? Very first time.
The flop comes king, 9, 8, and for Negreanu, this is about as good as it gets without actually making a hand.
You must have a really good hand.
Not bad.
Did you qualify?
I qualified.
Qualified.
Queen 10 suited here is a dream semi-bluff. Range-wise, it smashes him as the 3-better.
Take it.
He has all the big broadways, all the strong kings, all the overpairs. Tony, on the other hand, is sitting there with 7 high and a handful of backdoors. The turn brings the ace, and that card completely rewrites the script in a very subtle way. For Negreanu, range-wise, it is an absolute slam-dunk card to barrel. The ace belongs to the pre-flop 3-better. This is where Tony's line becomes dangerous. With 7-5, he has almost nothing, some tiny backdoor straight ideas, but nothing you want to stack off with. Yet he raises to 30,000. That raise is not about his hand. It is about everything he knows about Negreanu's range and the situation.
Guess what I got?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I got. You're gonna have to take it,
Maybe
sir.
a draw.
Daniel folds.
Maniac play pays off again.
Queen 10 of spades I had.
Just threw 20 in, hoping for the best. You the Mr. Robo, right? You're the one.
I'm happy to be at this table. Chips are fine.
Friendlies, we're very liberal.
Bet 10,000, get raised. Insta-muck. My type of game.
Phil Hellmuth is looking down at ace-jack offsuit. Pre-flop begins with a scenario that is practically designed to tilt Phil Hellmuth before a single card is pitched. The game is featuring a straddle from Jennifer Tilly and a double straddle from Tony G, which effectively cuts the effective stack sizes in half.
I'll over straddle, I'll over.
Double straddle from Tony.
You're taking away my straddle energy.
I'm not, I'm putting more money in there for the good players.
That's like wasted
You
money
can raise
now.
him. You can raise him comfortably, knowing that he hasn't looked at his cards.
This structure forces players to loosen up and fight for the pot, but it also amplifies the penalty for mistakes. Hellmuth decides to attack. In a vacuum, this is a standard aggressive play.
All right, I opened for the pot.
Pots it.
And you looked, right?
Well, I think I looked. Allegedly, I looked.
Tony.
I'm all in.
Pot limit, brah.
Without looking?
Without looking.
Pretty sure he looked.
Well, you can't be all in.
60.
Tony G tries to just shove here to deny equity, but he forgets the game is pot limit, so he actually 3-bets to 21,600.
You slow down. You slow down a bit. You got to save the rest.
It is large enough to commit a significant portion of chips, but it is not an all-in, which leaves the door open for Phil to make a catastrophic error.
It's hard to believe that you always have a hand against me.
Look, you could see the flop and get rid of it as well.
Hellmuth takes the bait hook, line, and sinker. He looks at his ace-jack, a hand that is notoriously difficult to play against a 3-bet, and decides that Tony is simply splashing around.
I'm not looking, I haven't looked. I don't care, I know it's a random hand and I got a random hand.
Wow, all that talking makes me think he's strong. I was for sure gonna call before that.
15 on top, Tony.
He's saying he hasn't looked though.
He most certainly looked. Did no one see him?
He's saying you didn't look.
Yeah, you wouldn't lie, Tony, would you?
I wouldn't lie, you can
There you
check
go.
my hand if you want. You can tell him the truth.
You didn't
I
look at
haven't
either
looked.
card.
I haven't looked.
You promise?
Ask Joe. I mean, I haven't
I
looked.
can't say anything, but
I'm not gonna look.
that's between you and Phil.
Well, if you haven't looked, I guess I'll just move in.
Phil ships and Tony calls.
All right, you're close. You're up there.
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker, Phil. What do you think this is?
That's messed up.
So messed up.
Wow.
What do you think, I'm blind? How many times do you want to run
Well, I asked you if you had looked or not.
it? You want to run it how many times?
I'll let you choose, Tony.
Three
I mean,
times.
I
Three
always
times.
lose, so. You kind of deserve to lose the first
I
one.
do deserve. I hope you win one.
Why would you lie? I mean, no, let's consider totally not uncool, man. I mean, it's not right.
I feel it's just a game.
That's etiquette, though. I mean, you don't
Phil,
say
what
you were
happens
blind
on
when
this
you were blind.
table in play is just a game. We tell whatever we want.
So
When do you
all
tell
the
the
rules
truth?
of poker are just thrown out the window, and you know, this really bad etiquette. But
What do you think? I'm a kid? Phil.
we're talking about etiquette.
I'm
so
a poker
you're
player.
the kind of guy that goes to the golf course, and when someone's playing you a big money match, you scream in the middle of their backswing.
You think that's the same thing?
Yes,
I
know
don't
it's
think
the
that's
same
the same thing. I don't
Listen,
think so.
if you pulled all the
We're
top
talking
players,
about the
you'd get
strength
crushed.
of our hand, and I'm
Let's
selling
just
you.
bet
hang on.
100,000 if we pull the top 20 players. We'll ask about your etiquette.
Phil is looking for sympathy from the table, but the real court of opinion is in the comments. Was Tony out of line, or is Phil just being the poker brat? Let me know whose side you're on.
Why?
And I'm destroying you.
You know
every
it's bad
part of
etiquette.
the game.
You don't say you haven't looked at your cards when you haven't looked at your cards. You don't do that.
Okay, well
it's
then
like
I'm
a
wrong.
rule of poker. It's like it's,
Well,
it's
why'd you call?
horrible etiquette. Because I thought you hadn't looked at your cards.
Come on, Phil.
Well, if you want 25,000 this bad, you can have it.
You have to
How
pay
many times
attention
are we
to the
dealing?
game, Phil. If you're a professional player, you would pay attention to me looking at my hand. We're doing it 3 times.
Okay, how many times? 3 times?
3 times. I admit that my
You deserve to
etiquette
lose the
is
first
terrible.
one again.
I do.
So you know, for that.
Karmically, he deserves to lose all 3. What a villain. I drink your milkshake.
So they're going to run it 3 times with the winner of each run taking a third of the pot. Flop. King 9 tray.
Tony pairs his king, Phil drawing nearly dead.
How happy are you now?
Turns a jack.
That's bad for me.
River ace of diamonds.
That's kind of fair. Let's even out the deck a bit.
I mean, you know, you showed your true colors, which is bad for you here.
Here comes flop number 2. 7, 5, 10. No help to Phil.
That's not
You
good.
really, I don't think you're the kind of guy that wants to show your true colors all the time.
Well, it's just your true colors can't escape you. You are who you are, Phil.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the way I am.
Turn number 2. Ace of clubs. River another 5, and Tony G takes the second run.
Don't rush. Don't rush. We might keep you in.
Queen, queen, king, and Phil picks up some outs. Turn 7. No help to Phil. It's a jack.
Whoa! You got there.
That's not cool.
No, he didn't.
No. Sorry. I was just joking, Phil. Did you believe me again? Was
No,
that
I
bad
don't believe
etiquette
you.
too?
So Tony, so look, you're loaning me 50,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't accept it.
Okay. No problem.
But good game, man.
All right. I'm sorry, Phil. I really am. I'm sorry. I think you should retire. I think it's over. I think you're not there anymore, Phil.
Good thing we do.
All right, thanks.
I think you should take your coach, get a tandem bike, and get the hell out of here.
Daniel Negreanu is holding ace-10 suited. Pre-flop is all ego and leverage. Tony G opens small Houston flats, and Negreanu snaps on the squeeze to 7K.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, you make it 7,000.
Perfect against 2 wide ranges. Tony G knows Houston's call is weak money and fires back to 24K with pocket 8s, classic isolation, and dare 4-bet. Negreanu takes the button, keeps Tony's bluffs in, and controls the pot. That flat says, I'll outplay you post-flop, keep the range wide. Flop comes rainbow, Negreanu's dream in a 4-bet pot, top pair, ace kicker, clean texture.
I'm all in.
Tony shoves.
Who cares? I guess you got, what do you have, kings now?
I'm committed again.
No, I know you are. Okay, you can show me one if you want.
Even if you gave me $1 million, I wouldn't show you.
$1 million? Oh boy, Tony G. I guess I should. You're a nice guy. You do good things with your money, right?
I do.
You do? All right, I'll give you some more, I guess. All right.
Daniel calls.
You have kings or something?
No, one time. No.
Jack of clubs on the turn.
Oh my God, did that make him more outs? Yeah. I just realized. Oh God, I was like, oh Jack, that's a good card.
The river. The king of hearts.
It's a scary one.
Tony G is looking down at ace-8 offsuit, but he's facing arguably the best in the world, Daniel Negreanu, who's holding jack-9 offsuit.
Tony calls
I'm gonna raise you. Nothing crazy, just 2 more.
to 2,800.
I'm committed.
Tony calls.
Committed to the river. He's committed.
The flop comes queen 10 deuce rainbow. The check from Tony indicates he's not as comfortable committing to the pot as he was pre-flop, so Daniel will now be looking to apply pressure. He bets $3,500, which doesn't really give Tony a read, so I don't see how he could fold here.
Tony calls.
He's committed. Well, he qualified.
He's got hot with ace high. The turn, 5 of clubs.
The turn changes nothing, and Tony checks again. I think Daniel has no choice but to keep attacking here.
That's 7,500.
If Tony thinks his ace high may be good, he's right.
He doesn't seem to be going for the fold like Negreanu wants him to.
He calls.
He's qualified.
Daniel is acting confident, but if the river doesn't deliver him the straight, he might be in big trouble since Tony is first to act.
The river, the 6 of clubs. Tony checks.
I think Tony was planning on betting the river but got scared of the flush.
Another brick for Daniel. Here comes the third barrel.
11,000.
Daniel's really hoping that Tony hasn't qualified.
Tony still looks like he doesn't want to fold, but folding or raising are the only options here. There's no way he just calls.
Qualified with a deuce or a 10?
Ace high.
I thought for sure it was a deuce.
I think Daniel's done a pretty good job of making this look like a value bet.
Easy money. There's so much in there. Take it.
Tony calls.
What if I'm on the show betting, I can't possibly have a pair. Ace is good. I have Jack 9.
Tony G, man.